Yeah. Aloha and blessings, everyone. Aloha and blessings. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome to the Monday Mashup. I'm Beastman. How y'all doing? Hope everyone is well. Let's get these intros out of the way, man. Spider, how you doing, brother?
I'm feeling fantastic. We had such an amazing event last night. Feeling so patriotic. A great end to the NHL finals. Knicks win. America's going crazy. Titties at soccer games. Let's go, baby.
And Michelle Obama is a man.
Apparently,
All right. Donna Doc, what's up, sis? Oh, I think she might be muted. Graham, what's up with you, brother?
ahoy hoy meat bags. How you doing? Yeah, I echo what Spydyr said, man. That was great. And yeah, Josh Hokett. No lies detected there, buddy. But
Yeah.
no, watching Vegas, man. I was texting with Giles and I was like, "Are you feeling okay about this?" He's like, "When they're up 8-0 with like 10 seconds to go, I'll feel fine. I'll bust out the champagne then." I'm like, all right. Not that he's an Avs fan, but we both hate the Golden Knights, so that was fun. And then yeah, the fights were great. Man, that main event fight too. I thought for sure Gagey when he got rocked in that second round, man, but that was good stuff.
Yeah. We'll be getting into all of that. Miss Donna Doc, you want to do your intro, sis?
Um, Donna didn't watch it, so I guess I'll listen along with everybody else. But we're in the thunderstorms again, so I may cut out. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Spider gonna run this chat.
Yeah, sure. We got our great friend and buddy John Ambler here, always providing us with good sage advice. It's me, A2. Hello. Thank you for showing up. Mego, as always. How are you? Cajun Corey with Joke Time. The teacher asked the class to use the word harassment in a sentence. Little Johnny stood up and said, I met a girl, harassment the world to me.
Oh
Cancelled.
boy.
Oh, all right. And as you all come on in, more of you come in, we'll give you all a shout out and say hello. Okay. So yeah, a lot of events this past weekend, culminating in the love what this country is built on and made of. And the best part about it, it was totally neutral. What is what I got out of it? There was no push from left or right. It just felt right. And Graham, how'd you feel about the NHL finals?
That was I feel a lot better about it than I did a couple games ago. I was texting with Giles. He's obviously a big hockey guy like I am. And the Carolina, man, they were just unstoppable right up until the final. Well, I shouldn't say that. In the Western Conference semis, remember, they got fucking smoked right out of the gate by Montreal. I mean, Habs took it to them like 6-1 or 6-0. I mean, just smoked. But they had that layoff. And then they, righted the ship. Okay, cool. And then, that game 3, man, when I think it was game 3 when they were down 4-0, came all the way back. They still lost, but I feel like that's when the momentum kind of shifted. But that was great. Vegas just completely shit the bed. And I know they're saying, well, if we had William Karlsson, look, man, if your entire game plan hinges on William Karlsson and you live or die by him, you got bigger fucking problems. That said, I don't want to take anything away from John Tortorella. Vegas was not good middle of the season. They fired their coach. They brought in Tortorella. I really like John Tortorella. He did a fantastic job. Obviously, I didn't want them to win because I fucking hate Vegas. Seattle and Vegas were like, it's like, big brother, little brother, because we're the two newest teams. So we get a lot of shit. And I would still like to point out when they did the expansion to Vegas before Seattle, they did a ticket drive, and they were talking about, in 90 days we sold over 55,000 season ticket reservations to gauge interest for the team. You know what we did in 90 seconds? 80K before the computers crashed. So they can fuck off. Yeah, no, that's the thing. Seattle's always been a hockey town. We haven't had a team since the Spanish flu. So
what was the old team over there called?
Seattle. Anybody?
Was it? It wasn't the Sentinels, was it?
No. Anybody know this one? Metropolitans.
It was the Metropolitans.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep. And actually, if when we played we played Vegas in the Winter Classic a couple years ago at T-Mobile Park, where the Mariners play, and the New Year's Day outdoor game, and we beat them, by the way, which was fun. The jerseys they went with was kind of a throwback to those sweaters with the red S that says Seattle. That's an old Seattle Metropolitans logo. It was a red S that said Seattle as you go down the S. So that was fun. Vegas has had our number over the years, which sucks, but it is what it is. But no, hockey was great. This was a great year for hockey. Rod Brindamore joins a very illustrious group of, I think there's 7 guys that won the cup as a player and a coach with the same team. Last guy to do it was, I can't remember his name. It was in like 1956 or something. It was like 70 years ago was the last guy to do it. So,
Really?
so for Rod Brindamore to do that, that's pretty impressive. Like I said, there was only 7 other guys that won as a player and then as a coach, and all of that was before the NHL even existed. This is the old Lord Stanley's Cup, when it was this big. Not this tall.
It was a great weekend for all that.
Yeah, even the World Cup, I'll say, man, I used to watch a lot of soccer. I haven't lately, but watching the USA, man, I mean, Paraguay's, they're not a fucking slouch. They're good. And I mean, let's go, man. If we win the World Cup, the world's going to lose the soccer is the one thing they have on us. And if we win that, they're just going to be, I'll eat it up. I'll drink the tears all day long, but that's the one thing that, because in the third world, if you got a bag full of air, you can play soccer. Well, if we can take that away from them, I'll be happy.
Yeah. I don't care. Like soccer to me or whatever you want to call it. I was never a fan of it. We got the baseball, football, hockey, basketball to an extent. If you don't include China in that aspect, or the European League, but
yeah,
I'm happy with what we got and the results that came out this weekend. Especially, I'm not an NBA guy.
Yeah, I'm not even. Well, obviously, once the Sonics got taken, I was like, "Fuck you guys." So.
Yeah, I could. So, were you an NBA guy?
I was. Yeah. I used to go to a lot of Sonics games. Now it's funny. I like the Sonics. I was more of a Trailblazers fan because my mom is. She grew up in Southern California, but then she lived in Oregon. So she was a big Blazers fan. So I grew up as a Blazers fan. But the Sonics, I went to a ton of Sonics games too. I had no problem rooting for the Sonics as long as they weren't playing Portland. But yeah, that was just a shit deal. They sold, and Howard Schultz, is still fucking hated here for that reason. Starbucks CEO, Howard Schultz, he was the owner of the team, sold it to Clay Bennett. I can't remember the other fucker's name. He's got it's a girl's name.
Kelly.
Yeah, and then they moved him to Oklahoma City, and that was right after the Sonics had drafted Kevin Durant, so they were going to be good. And
they just yanked him at that time when they moved.
Yeah, and it was that was in 2008. It was a thing where they were saying, if you don't give us a new stadium, we'll move. Okay, well, the one thing that a lot of people don't know is when they redid, used to be Key Arena, now it's the Kraken Arena. I'm not fucking calling it Climate Pledge because that's gay as fuck.
Climate Pledge.
Yeah. But when they built that, they actually built 2 brand new, completely unused NBA locker rooms for home and visitor. So the new arena is completely set up for an NBA team. Not that I give a shit, and if they come back, I won't care because the league is it's a fucking joke. I mean, I saw clips of people, because again, the Knicks winning, yeah, that's cool. They haven't won in a long time, but like, do they even call traveling anymore? Do they even play defense? Do they do anything? I mean, it's pathetic. I used to really love college hoops. University of Washington, we haven't been that good in a while, but yeah, the NBA, I just can't get behind it. That said, it is neat that the Knicks won right up until the fans started burning the city down. So
Yeah, I mean, it was technically already burning. They just added more fuel to the fire.
it's like the Bronx in the 70s with the Yankees. All right.
Let me just point this out, Corey. I want the Reds to sweep the shit out of the Mets. I want the Mets to keep losing, so they fire their fucking manager. They clean house with everybody over there. I'm with you. Let's go Reds, please. We are friends.
Race to the bottom.
Marianne's joining us. Hello, welcome in.
Hey, Marianne.
Have you ever played basketball, Mego?
Sports ball, go team. Yeah. See, I watch a lot of motorsport. Well, not as much as I used to, but like you were saying, Spydyr, it was like, college football, or hockey, football, college football, motorsports, tennis, and then soccer. I used to go to a lot of when the Sounders came in, because the Sounders won the MLS Cup. They've won a bunch of Open Cups. They're really good. And soccer we're a huge soccer town, but the MLS is, as far as woke leagues go, they're like the fucking worst. So whatever.
MLS?
Yeah, they're bad. They do they're fully behind a lot of that crap.
This whole thing is now screwing up on me. Sorry. Hi,
No,
John Yeager's here. Hello, my friend. How are you tonight? Oh, but yeah, I don't. So, like I was saying, I'm not an NBA guy. Never followed the Knicks, but I know the history and the culture of it. I understand it. So it was pretty cool for this to happen, because it was 53 years since they last won, and 26, 27 since they were last in the finals. In 99, where they played the Spurs as well.
That was the Patrick Ewing era, wasn't it?
Yep. Oakley.
Yeah.
But so, yeah, I mean, so it was like a cool thing.
Sure.
That unites all New York fans, sports fans across the thing. It's like, all right, this is a once in a lifetime thing. This is not going to happen for another 53 years. So
sure.
So enjoy like the hype. It's not like I get on the train where everybody's like, "Oh, the World Cup's back. I got to watch soccer. I love Italy." It's not like anything like that.
Yeah. Although if it brings those kind of titties around, I'm all for soccer.
I stand corrected. And I said that woman with the it was USA, right? With the bikini?
Yeah, and that's real, right? That's not AI. America. It's real, right? Because I saw people saying that's AI. I think it's real.
I think it's real.
Half the people said AI, half the people said real, and there was no community notes. So take your pick.
Well, does it matter once it's in the spank bank, guys?
I like to believe it's real.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's real if you want it to be, because it's the internet.
Sure.
Yeah, but it was. I mean, what else are you gonna do when you win a championship? You burn school buses. Or you burn MTA buses with the driver still inside.
Yeah, God, that's the part. I like that poor taxi guy, the driver that's just sitting in his car. He's just getting completely annihilated. That was probably going to be his best night for 10 years?
Oh.
And they
he was going to take his family to Hawaii on that money.
That's what I'm saying. And they just fucking ruined it for what?
Mm-hmm.
That's the part that really sucks. I mean, I never understood the burning your own city down when you win. Like, shouldn't you be burning San Antonio down?
They had to grease the poles and everything. They punched the horse in the face. That was just ridiculous. Like, what are you punching the horse for? The poor animal.
Yeah, I mean it is Philly, so but still,
Yeah.
I've never understood that part. Like, whatever.
Yeah, and there was that one place, I think it was Brooklyn, where they had the gathering in the middle of the city and everybody was singing Empire State of Mind, just celebrating. I'm like, that's what it's about right there. That's
Sure.
what you need.
That,
You don't
yeah,
need to be ransacking Five Guys or anything like that, burning
yeah.
school buses and hurting people, let alone the other team's fans.
Maybe they're just trying to keep up with LA because, like, when the Lakers win, you know, or the Dodgers win, that's New York just needs to keep up with the West Coast. Maybe I don't know.
Well, we know, well, yeah, when the Dodgers win this year,
Yeah,
it's coming.
probably. Yeah, well, whatever. Fucking Chavez Ravine sounds more like a prison than a ballpark.
Mm-hmm. By the way, I just want to touch on something. I almost debated burning a tire today. Because one rolled into our office staging area. I'm like, should I? Or is this the whole pick of a lineup of meth heads?
You're like, well, I don't have any acid, so
Yeah.
They could swim in the ponds with the gators. They'll find out.
oh man. I wish. Well, actually, no. I don't wish there was video of that day. But I mean, part of me is like, man, I wish I could show you guys just how fucking bonkers it was. But like I said, you can watch Mad Max and you'll get the gist of it.
Those are great stories.
Wow.
And a lot of people showing up tonight. Thank you all for coming out and supporting us with a mashup. We're having fun, aren't we?
Barrels. Barrels and barrels.
Barrels.
Barrels of fun.
Yeah. And Beast is, he's getting fixed up.
You got the cable guy he's working with, so.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey's at his house.
Mine, y'all just keep freezing. So, you know. Oh, when I think of the cable guy, I think of that. What's his name? Larry? Larry the cable guy?
Oh, he could have Larry there.
Oh, sure. Yeah. No, I see. I went Jim Carrey. You know, my name's Ernie Douglas, but my friends call me Chip.
What's the password?
When they do
That's
that
an underrated movie.
Oh, God, that karaoke party where he's singing Jefferson Airplane. Yeah. When the truth is found. And he's doing the to do the Grace Slick. It's fucking great. Yeah,
underrated movie.
Oh yeah, man. A lot of people didn't like it. Well, it was a dark comedy for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I don't think Matthew Broderick was a good. Jim Carrey was a perfect foil because I feel like that cool factor that Broderick had in Ferris Bueller, it ended there. Like everything he's done since has not been the cool guy. Like they've tried to rebottle it. Yeah, maybe the producers, the movie version he did with Nathan Lane. Do you remember that?
Yeah, but he's more like the nerdy dad now.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
I guess that's what he is in real life.
Well, Sarah Jessica Parker, I think, has just sucked the life out of him. You know, that's how she stays alive. I gotta go to the stable and feed the wife. All right. Well, whatever.
Not even thinking about rails. Cable Guy's a freaking classic to start. Yep. Medieval. That's the first I learned of Medieval Times was through that.
Yep. Oh, really? Do they not have it out east?
They do. Jersey is where I grew up. Jersey was the closest one.
Okay, yeah. I mean, we may have had one here. I know I got family down in LA, so I've been to that one. But
I think there's one in not Orlando, or is there a pirate themed one in Orlando? Someone was telling me.
I think there's a Medieval Times in Florida. Isn't there, Donna?
I haven't looked for one. I have no idea.
What was that? Was it
You remember I was working 3 jobs when I got here, so I haven't exactly done a whole lot of anything except work and sleep.
Sure.
So yeah, I mean, I'm proud that I'm down to 1 job. I consider myself retired.
I think Riz was saying this one. It's like the same exact thing, only everything is pirate. Yeah, I could jive with that.
Yeah. That would be cool. It makes sense in Florida too.
Mm-hmm.
They should have one of those. You know, if you have a pirate themed one, you have Renaissance one. You need a Hawaiian themed one where giant beast men serve you, and
Yeah, it's
they
called a
give you
luau
pineapple pizzas.
with A1.
You get your free A1 bottles. You know, that's like if you're welcome when you get on the seat.
Now we're cooking with gas.
Yep.
You've never been to Hawaii, have you, Spydyr?
No, my parents used to go, and then I was born, and well, that was the end of that.
Well, yeah. You know, it always blew me away when I was in Hawaii and I'd talk to people from the East Coast. I'm like, God, how long did it take you to get here? They're like 13 hours. I'm like, fuck, man. Yeah, I get why. Like, I feel like West Coast, like we go to Hawaii, like East or like Cabo or Puerto Vallarta or whatever, and like East Coast, they go to like the Caribbean or Cancun or I guess Florida or wherever. If you want nice weather and tropical shit. But yeah, it's fun, man. But yeah,
It's on my bucket list.
luau's are like kind of like medieval times, very intimate, and
Like actual, like with the fire pits, like luau's, like
and
that, and dancing.
swinging the fire shit around and doing all that stuff, and they roast pigs in open pits and stuff. It's fun, man. The smaller ones are actually a lot more fun. The big sort of production ones, like I guess the production quality is better, but it's touristy versus the
Mm-hmm.
the smaller ones.
Saying backstage, like Waikiki, that's the touristy area.
Yeah, no, not there. Like if you can get into some of the smaller locales, the ones, I mean, don't get me wrong, like they're cool. Like I've seen them, and they do them on the beach and shit. But it's very much a tourist thing, Like good luck trying to get.
The cool place is where the kids hang out. Is the Jack in the Boxes.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I ate a lot of Jack in the Box when I was there.
I've never eaten that, so I can't say.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, Jack. So Jack, it's expensive now, man. But back in the day, that was like the ultimate stoner place because for the longest time, 2 tacos 99 cents. Fucking Jumbo Jack was 99 cents. We're talking to like 2012 or something. I mean, from like 1993 or whatever till then, like 99 cent. They had a 99-cent menu. So the stoner, you could go and get 100 tacos if you wanted, or and it was like 210, 215. If you didn't get there before then, you're waiting 45 minutes, an hour for your food because everybody leaving the bar, all lined up, every Jack in the Box because they're open 24 hours. But like they had like rice bowls with like teriyaki chicken rice bowls. They got egg rolls. They're obviously the sourdough Jack is the thing they're known for. Yeah.
So it sounds like how we had or have still in the Northeast, White Castle.
Similar, yeah. I mean, they have more food, but that sort of stoner, like, dude, let's go to White Castle. Like, yeah, dude, let's go to Jack and the Crack, which is what everybody calls it. Same, yeah, like White Castle, but here as far as like the sort of cultural impact, 100%.
They did actually just open a Jack in the Box about 2 miles down the road from me.
Oh, it's good, man.
It just appeared down there.
So is it making a comeback? Because I thought it would like dipped for a while. If it had that.
Well, that's because. Do you remember that ad where they exploded his head?
Mm-hmm.
And it freaked all the kids out. They were scared to go there because Jack in the Box's head exploded in the commercial.
Yeah, that's their mascot.
I'm sure the person that thought of that marketing thing got fired real quick.
Do you think it was part of like a rebrand? And they're like, well, we fucked this one up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I think they did actually.
The thing you see a lot out here is people like the antenna bowls, like the 76 antenna bowls or whatever that people used to put on their cars. It's Jack in the Box like head, like that's like you see those all over the fucking place. Not as much as you used to, but like that was the thing. The Jack in the Box like antenna topper. I feel like antennas are kind of have gone away on cars, but you guys remember like years ago, you always had to have a fucking styrofoam ball. Yeah, gas station or whatever on your fucking antenna. Well, around here it was Jack in the Box, like that stupid clown head, just.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of the thing, but
even Hawaiian fast food hits different. You can get full spam, egg, Portuguese sausage, and rice.
Yep.
At McDonald's.
Yep. They have
Get
it.
the fuck out of there.
Yeah. Oh no, it's good, man. Yeah, but their menus are slightly tweaked, so they got the.
By the way,
local
who is this talking? Who is this? Is this a ghost? I don't know. I don't know, man. That's amazing, actually.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, the spam. If you like spam, man, Hawaii's heaven. Like your spam musubi, that shit's fucking rad. If you like it, some people don't. I do.
The only way I ever heard of eating spam is by like putting in a frying pan or something like
Well,
that.
I mean, in the military, it's a delicacy. Man, they eat spam with everything.
Yeah.
But I think it's just, availability for the military.
What
Yeah,
is that
spam
called?
was-
Meal prep, meal ready MREs? Or
MRE, meal ready to eat.
MREs.
something?
Yeah, no, the
Let me
spam
tell you, those
musubi.
things are nasty.
Yeah, they're not good. I mean, I wasn't in the military, but I've had them. I've had family that were like, "Hey, you want to eat shit food?" I'm like, "I'll try it." That's pretty terrible. Spam musubi is like a almost like a California roll, but instead of it's rice, spam, and then it's almost like a teriyaki. Let's call it a teriyaki sauce. It's kind of like a hoisin sauce, and then
Hey,
wrapped in
Roland.
seaweed. Very good.
Portuguese sausage and rice, big breakfast, and pineapple pizza. And nobody here to defend it. Or attack it, I'm sorry.
I mean, I can defend it. I eat pineapple on my pizza on occasion.
Yeah, man.
No,
it's
I'm
good.
saying to attack the sentiment of it. I think everybody here is kind of in agreement that it's fine.
Yeah, man. I get why people do. Pineapple's like coconut, like some people just don't like the texture. Maybe the flavor isn't what kills it for them. It's the texture. I mean, because to me, pineapple flavor-wise isn't that offensive. It's got to be a texture thing or something, or just
Yeah,
a
it
clash,
could be.
a flavor clash. But I don't get people's aversion to it. Just like coconut, like it's good on some stuff. It's not good on everything,
Yeah.
MREs came with little bottles of Tabasco.
And it could
you
just
put
be
some
mainly
spam
the
in it.
thought of it that they're just like freaking out,
Yeah, putting people like you'll put fruit on pizza. I'm like, really? So your sauce is made from what?
No, it's not a fruit. Let's not
Not
go down this. Let's not do this.
Technically,
Let's do this.
technically, it's kind of in the middle. So, technically, tomatoes a berry.
A loco moco.
Well,
If we're getting down to brass tacks, I believe tomatoes are berries, correct?
tomatoes are a fruit, yes, because of the seeds. But technically, they do, I believe, classify a pineapple as a fruit because of the cluster of dozens of flowers and berries.
Mm-hmm.
And then it fuses together and around the central core as the plant grows.
Right.
So technically, if you're going to be like really anal retentive about it, a pineapple is a fruit.
Yeah, it's a berry, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fucked up berry. Just like agave is technically, well, no, I guess that's a succulent, isn't it?
I think
yeah,
so, yeah.
Yeah,
Most people call it a cactus, but I think it's a succulent.
Yeah.
Oh, a cactus?
I
didn't say they were right. I said that's what they called it.
Oh,
yeah,
I
most
didn't
people
know.
say agave. Agave cactus. Well, cacti are succulents, but not all succulents are cacti.
Correct. Yeah.
Like aloe
Here
vera.
we go down some
Aloe vera is not a
conversation.
Yeah, is aloe vera aloe? Is that a cactus? No, nobody says aloe cactus, but it is a succulent, and it looks a hell of a lot more like an agave than a fucking saguaro.
There you go.
I mean, I don't know my plant terms or anything like that, so got me beat
Dude,
on
those
that
things are.
one.
Have you guys ever been to Arizona? I'm sure you have, Donna.
I have.
Yeah, I lived in Arizona out by Fort Huachuca.
Those things are like fucking tree size, man. It's crazy. Those saguaros, It's nuts.
I was there last year.
Yeah, that's where I was telling you about where wasn't it you all that we had the ditch and the drainage ditch in the back of our house that we used to ride during floods and stuff. Yeah, that was in Arizona.
That's right. Yeah, we were talking about it because I mentioned Greasewood Flats and shit.
Yeah, we live right below the mountain range.
Yep. I mean, potato pineapple, man. Some, different strokes for different folks.
The what do you call it?
I swear to God, payday, I'm going to FedEx him a pineapple pizza.
In Arizona, where everything, plant, and animal wants to kill you.
I mean, I don't know if it's Australia, but I guess it's in the ballpark.
I mean,
And even
Arizona's not as bad as Australia or anything. There are quite a few things out there that want to kill you.
Mother-in-laws, ex-wives, meth heads.
I was thinking along the lines of scorpions and, rattlesnakes and,
Yeah.
actual vermin, not relative vermin. Out there you have to shake out your sheets and you have to
what am I defending?
Basically dump your sock drawers and stuff before you put your shoes on. And
yeah, those scorpions, man. Yeah, you ever go out in the desert with those handheld black lights? It's fucking crazy because you can't see them, and then you're like, holy shit, they are everywhere.
Oh yeah, we used to catch them. Didn't I tell you about the time they were doing a new bathroom and the bathtub was out back?
Yeah.
So we decided to have a battle royale between the tarantulas and the scorpions.
The tarantulas and scorpions. Yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, so we caught them all and we put them in the bathtub. And then my father just came out and stared at them and lit them all on fire and walked off. And it turns out that my mother told us an hour or two later that over half the scorpions we had were poisonous. Oops.
Love
Pretty
that.
little things.
Yeah, he never said a word. He just came out, lighter fluid, lit it on fire, walked off.
Arachnid Thunderdome.
That was our lesson. Don't do that again. He was a man of few words, but he always got his point across. So, yeah.
Come on, work with me here.
We had I guess there was a whole bunch of them out there, so we had like the whole bathtub full. Made quite the bonfire. Our neighbors were like, what the hell?
Not as fun as a tire fire.
This is true, but at least we weren't on the military base, so we didn't really get in trouble for it.
Yeah.
Did this happen at night or is during the day?
No, it was during the day.
Oh.
He came home from work and he walked out there and he looked at it and he didn't say a word, so we thought we were home free, He comes out there with the lighter fluid and just boom, lights it up and walks off. So
when you said it was
lesson
a
learned.
bonfire,
Don't do that
again. That'd be pretty big and cool in the desert over there.
Oh, it was a cool fire. Beast, you have no idea.
My backyard in Arizona was always full of fire ants and scorpions. We would get rattlesnakes in the
Yep.
Yeah, and the rattlesnakes. The rattlesnakes are not. So like the Western Diamondbacks get big, but the ones you got to watch out for are those. What do they call them? Mojave greens, or there's another word for. I can't remember what they are. It's a crotolid viper. They're smaller and they're kind of greenish colored. Those fuckers are very poisonous. Again, it's a crotolid snake, so crofab antivenom works just fine on that stuff if you can get there in time. But it's Western Diamondbacks have a higher, they have more venom, but it's not quite as potent. It's those Mojave greens are the ones that are pretty nasty. But the Western Diamondbacks get big, man. They'll get 5-6 feet, and they're like, I don't know, like maybe like a soup can in diameter, Donna.
Yeah, they get.
I don't know if you're doing this to me on purpose.
Then again, I mean, there's so many snakes out there, and
oh yeah, the coral snakes too, which are cool.
Oh yeah, there's a ton of coral snakes out there.
Yeah, and those are
the Mojave rattlesnake. But we got just as many harmless snakes that they just the tiger rattlesnake, the diamondback. There was a Sonoran. What was that? A Sonoran lyra snake.
Yeah,
it had mild venom. It wasn't as bad as the rattlesnakes, but it would fuck you up.
Yeah, some of those some of the colibrid snakes are their venom. The one, obviously, the coral snake's the one you got to watch out for. The other ones are, whatever.
Yeah.
But those are
the little bastard that was the fastest. That we used to have to watch out for was it was a Sonoran Sidewinder.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Thank you. Sidewinder. I couldn't remember the name. Yeah, the
They're
Sidewinder.
not quite as they're venomous. They're I guess about as deadly as a rattlesnake, but they were fast.
They're fast and they're ornery.
Yeah, and I mean, you didn't see them coming. It was like bam. So yeah, it's a wonder we didn't get bitten by a lot of stuff. Luckily, half the snakes we got bitten by were harmless. So, well, actually, most of them. I think we had one kid that lived next door that got bit by a sidewinder, but
you know, it's fucking crazy. They think the reason they do that sidewinding shit is sort of. You guys ever read or see Dune?
mm-hmm.
You know how they walk on the sand to avoid attracting the sandworms?
Mm-hmm.
It's the same shit. Those snakes have figured out like the deer mice and some of the other rodents that they eat. They can sense the vibrations of like a snake just kind of moseying through the dirt. But if they sidewind, it's like the vibration is more like the wind pushing, you know, like it's like the wind pushing the sand. So it's like, oh, that's just wind. That's why they
realize
do that.
now that song is stuck in my head. If you walk without rhythm, you won't attract the worm.
Yeah.
You ever hear that?
Yes. So yeah, it's sort of
that song was stuck in my head once for 3.5 weeks. I thought I was going to go nuts.
Well, you can start your timer now, Donna.
Yeah, I'll have to find something to get it out of my mind. I can see Christopher Walken dancing in my mind. And Sal, do you know what we're talking about, Sal?
I'm praying for a plane to sidewind into my apartment right here and end me.
Hey, you know, speaking of plane crashes, we had another one out here over the weekend.
Now wait a minute.
God, my skin is still crawling.
We had
you've never heard "Weapon of Choice" by Fatboy Slim?
Oh, I'm talking about the whole snake conversation.
I'm trying to distract you from that. That's where it comes from. If you walk without rhythm, you won't attract the worm.
Yeah, and it's a Dune reference, is what.
Yeah.
That's why when I said Dune, and Donna thought of that song.
What's that other movie with the tremors?
Sure. Yeah. Whatever. Any type of sandworm. It could be Beetlejuice, Dune, fucking Tremors. Take your pick. The fucking sandworm.
Yeah, they're totally cool.
Yeah. And like John Ambler says, an earworm. You know.
Yeah. Wrath of Khan.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. I'll take all that.
That was pretty good, John. But yeah, no, we had a F-18 go down at Rimrock Lake. Dude, there's a video. These people were camped. Dude, how crazy is this? The pilot, so he punches out because he was having a fucking problem. So they do their training. They take off from NAS Whidbey, the Navy and the Marine boys, and they go fly, you know, around Mount Rainier, and then they drop down. Remember I was talking about those canyons and shit east of the mountains? So they do a lot of their low-level penetration type shit over there, training. Well, if you'll find, I guarantee, if you type up F-18 Rimrock video, F-18 crash Rimrock, there's a group of folks camped, and the dude homeboy punches out, and it crashes into the hillside, maybe 300-400 meters from them, and they're like, "Holy shit!" So they jump on their quads. And they're like, okay, you guys go to where the pilot looks like he landed, and then we'll go check out the crash site and look for survivors, whatever.
Jeez.
Did you find it?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. This is wild, man. So they found the pilot in they were there with under 10 minutes. You know, this poor sap's like, fuck, I bailed out over the Cascades. He's probably thinking he's going to have to, you know, week-long hike back. And, you know, they're showing up with granola bars and water less than 10 minutes later.
That was sheer luck right there.
Totally luck. I mean, although it's been hot, it's high 90s today, and it's been in the 90s over the weekends. Yeah, check this out. This is fucking crazy.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay. What the fuck? Oh gosh! Oh my
And it is out there
god!
having a cookout.
Yeah, they were camped up at Rimrock Lake. There's another video of a guy, I think he's out in a kayak or something on the lake, and you get a better view. You actually, well, not a better view, but you see the pilot actually punch out in the other video. But that's the best video I've seen so far. Anyway, we had another one like a year ago. It was a EA-18 Growler, which is the electronic warfare variant. That's what took the place of the EA-6, the EA-6s, and then the EF-111 Ravens. They had one of those.
You can see the pilot eject.
Yeah, there's another one. It's further away, but you see the pilot eject. Yep, there you go. That's the one. Early in the video.
It's small.
Yep, there he is. Yep.
On the right
so
side.
He's just to the right. Yep, there he is. And then they kind of pan out. I don't know why they chopped out the actual impact on that video when the other one's very clear. But yeah, and you saw where those other campers were in relation to that. So yeah, they got to him pretty fucking quick. I mean, he was out in the forest, but good time of year, I guess, to crash up there. But yeah, that was over the weekend.
Fuck.
Yeah, he survived. Sadly, that there was a B-52 that went down today at Edwards down in California, and I don't think any of those guys made it. Yeah, I don't think any of those guys made it, sadly. Unknown. They took off just shortly after takeoff, I think, the Edwards one today. But
yeah, Jeremy was talking something about that, but I was at the gym, so I didn't hear what he said.
Yeah, it had just, I mean, it happened earlier today. I mean, so it's fairly new. That FA-18 crash that crashed up at Rimrock, that was on Sunday, I think. Yesterday or Saturday?
Mm.
No, it's not. But I think,
I'm sure that dude was happy to see them show up, man, because it's been hot and especially up in the mountains like that, hiking around in like 90-degree heat. And plus, today it's cloudy, so it's real muggy. It's like 97. It sucks.
This one's a ball of flames right here. This is crazy.
Yep. Yeah. Well, so those guys do. So the earlier ones had a capsule where the whole thing would shoot out. The newer ones, I think those guys are on 0-0 ejection seats. But if it was at takeoff, they probably didn't have time to punch out. As far as I know, they didn't make it. And, you know, B-52, that's a crew of what, 6 or 8? So that sucks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's still too early to determine the cause.
There's your aviation news for the week. I don't know why, man. Let me rephrase. I do know why. We've had several crashes up near Mount Rainier, but that's where they do their training. So a lot of guys that are, they're cutting their teeth learning how to do that low level stuff. And, they're pulling some pretty crazy maneuvers. And if there's anything wrong with they're stressing the airframes pretty hard when they're training. So I think that's why we have so many of them. But there's usually, one every year or couple. I feel like we have one go down up around Mount Rainier.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not an easy job. Piloting in general, and then having to pilot a battle cruiser or a fighter jet. So
yeah, well, and with those guys, they're training for low level like penetration, or like SEAD type stuff where you're coming in really low. So if anything goes wrong, you're only you're 1,000 feet or less above the deck. So if anything goes wrong, you don't have a lot of speaking of horrible crashes.
Why not?
There we are.
So we are gonna go see Disclosure Day, right?
Let me think about that for a second.
Mm-hmm.
No.
All right, I'm out. That was a good conversation.
I feel like this had some really I feel like this had potential, but I think if there was any doubt, you know, those of us, look, the run Spielberg had from the 70s to the 90s, a case could be made for the early 2000s. That run
definitely give him
is,
the early 2000s.
you know, you're not going to see anything like that again. You know, people didn't like War of the Worlds. I thought it was fine. A lot of people hate on
It
that
was just
film.
entertainment.
Yeah, I didn't mind it. You know, for once, Spielberg didn't have to shoehorn aliens into a plot. They were actually part of the original plot. I'm totally fine with that. Unlike, you know, the complete skull fucking he did of AI, you know, after Kubrick died. But
oh, I didn't even see that movie.
Oh, AI is great. It's very, very good. What I would say is when the camera starts to pan out and go dark, just turn the fucking movie off and enjoy it for what it is. Do not let the camera sort of go from pitch black to sort of zoom, you know, coming back into a frame of like a bunch of snow. Just don't. Just shut the fucking movie off. Because it's a very sad it's Pinocchio. That's essentially what the story is. And it's a very good one, but it's a tragedy. And then it had to get all schmaltzy and aliens and stupid shit at the end. And was it Kate Bosworth? Was Kate Bosworth the mom in that? Am I remembering that proper?
I don't think I ever saw that. I don't know.
It was like 2000, wasn't it? 99, 2000, somewhere around there.
Or was it Carla Gugino? Can't remember. Yeah, it was right around 2000.
2001.
See, Darth knows what's up. I can't remember who played the mom. It was either Carla Gugino or it was, you know. Anyway, it's fucking terrible. The ending is awful, and it's because Kubrick had filmed 90% of it and then died, and then Spielberg stepped in, and that to me was the first. That was the first big red flag of okay, something's wrong here. Bridge of Spies was probably his last good movie, I think.
That was a good movie, but it didn't feel like a Spielberg movie. No,
precisely. Did not feel like a Spielberg flick, but was. Again, I don't mind guys stepping outside of their comfort zone. You know, what was that one about the Portuguese missionaries that Scorsese did in Japan? What was it called?
Silence?
Silence, thank you. Yeah.
That was awesome.
Very good flick. Very good flick. And definitely, I feel like outside of Scorsese's comfort zone, to me, that's a good example of stepping out of your comfort zone to do something good. But
yeah. Oh man, what else did he did? Like I didn't even see them because they had like no interest. It was like the Ready Player One, and I think he did like the Adventures of Tintin. If I could even, you know, if I even have that correct. Maybe he may have even produced them. I don't even remember. But
yeah, West Side Story, for fuck's sake.
Oh,
I didn't watch it. I didn't need to. I've seen the original. It's great. You know, and not to mention everybody's favorite Rachel Zegler was the lead in that.
That's her, I believe, her first movie, one of her early, or like her breakout role.
Yeah, I believe so.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
also Ready Player One. Ready Player One. So, has anybody read the book? Anybody read?
I have not.
Okay,
I saw the movie. The movie was all right.
Yeah, the movie. Parts of it are okay. Part of my
if you watch it with no expectations of anything but just fun, the movie's okay.
Yeah, sure. I think my problem with, again, so War of the Worlds, obviously a book, obviously H.G. Wells, it's a classic. Spielberg, you know, putting a modern spin on a classic like that, I'm okay with it for what it is. Jurassic Park, fantastic adaptation. Lost World, good, not great. Like that whole fucking San Diego shit, none of that crap happens. You know, again, Spielberg putting his sort of goofball stamp on shit. but overall, Jaws is probably the best example of, I think, a film that far surpasses the novel. Peter Benchley's like there's a whole subplot where Brody's wife is cheating with Hooper and shit, and like it's bizarre. I mean, and part of it's I read the novel after I saw the flick, so maybe that's why. But I thought the film was far superior to Jaws. It sounds like you're in the same boat, Sal.
Oh yeah. I don't even remember. I just remember those stupid that. The movie is so much better, and another movie. It's not Spielberg, but that's better than the book is Godfather.
Yeah, I would agree with that. 100%. Godfather 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Not 3.
And Mario Puzo was even like, yeah, this was my chance at refining what I had done with the book and having a second go at it, and which he did.
Yeah, because he wrote most of the script, didn't he?
Him and Coppola wrote the script for 1 and 2.
Yeah, I think that's another one that I will say is better. I think, well, better's hard, but I think as good as would be Rita Hayworth in The Shawshank Redemption versus The Shawshank Redemption. I think The Shawshank Redemption does very good justice to the book and maybe better.
What was that called? It's like a vignette, right?
So the book was called Rita Hayworth and The Shawshank Redemption by Stephen King.
No, I'm saying like what the type of book it is. It's like it's a vignette, right?
Oh, as far as the storytelling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 90 pages, if I remember correct, or something.
It's a novella, I believe.
Novella,
I believe is what they called it. But yeah, it's a fairly quick. Again, that is a fairly quick story. He didn't really do it. He gets thrown in jail. He meets Red, who is actually Irish in the book. That's why his name's Red. That's a really good example of a race swap where it had zero impact on the fucking character. Zero. That's a very, very, very good. And again, I don't think anybody's going to argue if you've got Morgan Freeman trying out for the part of Red, and you go, hey, does the fact that this guy's Irish, other than his name, have any impact on the story? No. Okay, great, because we've got a legend who wants to play this fucking part. So totally fine. Mm-hmm. It doesn't create the problems that Black Snape's going to create throughout a multi-book series, or anything else. Those are the ones that I think were really good. But Spielberg. Again, he was able to take those. Ready Player One, it got goofy when compared to the book. The other hard part is Ready Player One, as good as it is, was derivative of previous works, and I'm talking about like Neil Stephenson. Sal, I know you've read Snow Crash. It's very similar to that. That's all I could think of reading it. It's like, okay, well, this sounds like Snow Crash, or this sounds kind of Blade Runner-ish, or this sounds kind of, do androids dream of electric sheep? It seemed like it borrowed a lot, which is fine. I don't necessarily have a problem with that. But the movie was, I don't know. It's okay.
I was thinking the other day, Snow Crash. What was the name of the pizzeria that ran everything?
Oh, fuck, man. It's been 20 years since I read that book. I think it started with an, like, Akatosh? No.
A, right?
It started with an A. Yeah. Started with an A or an E, didn't it?
I thought it was with an A. It was something like that. And they were the ones who ran the whole thing on the West Coast or something like that.
Yeah, I can't remember.
That's a fantastic story.
Yeah, very good. Anybody, if you haven't read Snow Crash, highly recommend.
I just want to share this tab. We can go through it while we're on the subject. No. Here's movies by Spielberg. I never heard of Firelight. It looks like, let me just see quickly. That was kind of like an independent thing that he did to get his start. Duel, Sugarland Express, Jaws, Close Encounters, 1941. Okay, now we're getting to the meat of it. Raiders, E.T., Twilight Zone. I think he just did a portion of it.
Correct. Yeah.
Temple of Doom, Color Purple, Empire of the Sun, Last Crusade. I don't know Always. I never heard of that one.
Oh, I really liked Always. I know it got kind of panned, but I really enjoyed Always.
Yeah, I never heard of
That's
that.
the one, Dreyfus and John Goodman, and they're firefighters, and he dies in a accident. They're like airplane firefighters, and he dies in an accident, and then has to kind of shepherd his wife to sort of move on from his death and stuff. I mean, it's very Spielberg schmaltz, but it was fine.
And then we move on to Hook. 2 bangers in 1 year: Jurassic Park, Schindler's List.
God.
Then he's got Lost World, Amistad, Private Ryan. He jumps another couple of years, like you said. Oh, I forgot about Minority Report. Is awesome.
Minority Report is very, but again, okay, Philip K. Dick.
Minority Report and
novel.
Catch Me If You Can is kind of like the Cap right there.
Mhm.
Yep, there you go.
Oh, Munich. I love Munich.
Munich, again, I feel like Munich was in that same vein as Bridge of Spies, like good,
Yes.
but not Spielbergian.
Exactly. Like you wouldn't think Spielberg did it, like with the stuff that happens in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, we said World of Worlds before. Good entertainment. I never. What is this? Kingdom of the. I never heard of this. Adventures of Tintin. I've heard good things about War Horse. Never seen it. Lincoln. I've seen it. I liked it. I think it's a little pretentious.
A little? Yeah. By
Alright,
the way,
being modest.
God bless you, Sal, for I've never heard of Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I love that. Thank you so much.
Bridge of Spies. BFG. I've heard, never seen. Post. Heard, never seen.
You want to talk
Ready
about
Player One.
pretentiousness, the Post, for fuck's sakes.
Well, it's got what's her name in it?
Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep. Yeah, that's probably why I never watched it. And it's the Post that came out in what 2017.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I
gee,
never
what?
saw that
I wonder
either.
what door they were knocking on. For fuck's sake. The media is so important to fight fascism and bad government.
Oh, sorry. Amen, brother. One of the
There you
best
go.
trilogies ever.
God, well, and the Fablemans. What a just.
I didn't even see that. I
didn't see that
stuff
either.
I don't care about. Like
It
he loses it at a certain
autobiographical
point.
masturbatory bullshit is what it is.
It was autobiographical, right? You said.
Yeah, it's Spielberg telling his story of being a kid and how he, his parents. Well, okay, let me rephrase. For the second time, because E.T. was the first one. Yeah, War Horse isn't bad, Mego. War Horse actually is pretty good about that horse during World War One, and it's told kind of from the horse's perspective. It's actually it's pretty good.
He worries his way through the whole thing. We get subtitles.
Well, hey, you got subtitles. Well, no, excuse me. They didn't even do subtitles for West Side Story because you're just supposed to know fucking Spanish. Fuck you.
Oh, that's that one. I forgot about that.
Yep. And then so the Fablemans. What's funny is E.T. was supposed to be sort of an allegorical telling of Spielberg's growing up in suburbia, where his parents. That's why the mom's divorced in E.T. That's why he's, kind of retreating into this sort of, he has this So he had an imaginary friend, and that's what became E.T. That's where his idea for E.T. came from. So he'd already sort of told the semi-autobiographical story of his childhood through E.T. Then he told a not so thinly veiled or non-allegorical story of the Fablemans about this kid with a camera, and his parents are fighting. So he goes and he makes films, and it's like it's just masturbatory gobbledygook.
You've sat through it and watched it.
When I say sat through it, I mean I had it on while I was drinking.
Or did you have it on and it made you drink?
Yes, a bit of both. I was drunk enough to make the mistake of clicking on it when it came up on whatever fucking streaming service, and I'm like, oh, this is terrible. And I had it on while hockey was also on, so.
This beer isn't doing anything. Time to move up to the Kraken.
No.
BFG? Big fucking Galook. I mean, he has sprinkles here and there, but you can see like the turn in the early 2000s. Maybe I got to give Warhorse a shot. I don't know.
It's worth it. I think it's not. You're not going to be like, well, that was a waste. You know, the Fablemans is how you will feel coming out of that one.
But I feel like everything. I would say from Warhorse. You know, even though there's a couple of like Warhorse, you said was good. Mego said it was good. British Spies, we agreed on. Donna said Ready Player One was okay. Everything from that Warhorse to, I assume Disclosure Day will be part of it. Will be nominated. Would have been nominated for Best Picture and stuff like that. Disclosure Day when it comes around. Best Picture, Best Director. I think like all these, he you know.
Yeah, well, Lincoln won a bunch. The Post was nominated because, of course, it is. It's part of that sort of Hollywood media and complex of just a big circle jerk. I can't remember. Was West Side Story? Yeah, West Side Story had some for cinematography and other shit, wasn't it? Fablemans, I think, may have had one or two things. God, fucking Rachel Segler. God, I can't just, even seeing her just pisses me off.
Yeah, I can't stand her.
I mean, I try to be fair to people.
It received 7 nominations at the including Best Picture.
Oh, fuck
Best
off.
Supporting Actress. Get out of here. How much money did it make? Didn't even break even.
Oh no, it bombed bad.
Fablemans, a guaranteed.
Oh. Fablemans bombed hard. Although it wasn't super costly. I don't at the production. See,
Best Picture, Best Director.
Yep, Oscar bait, but yeah, 40 million budget, 45. Yeah, so it lost money. But again, 40 million. That's not terrible as far as budget.
Day. What is the budget on this? 115 million, and it's at 94 now. But I think it's dropping off.
Okay, so here's the question: does it have a bigger drop week 2 than Mando and Grogu? Yes, no.
I don't think so. I think the Spielberg machine of Hollywood has the power to keep it going.
Sure.
David Koepp wrote it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Some of those guys.
I think the Spielberg machine won't let it. It'll do like we just saw those numbers, Fablemans, and it'll fall to that plateau. They won't let it fall off like that other animal. I can't even think of the name of it. Mando
and Grogu?
Yeah. I forgot the name already.
Isn't that fucking sad? A Star Wars flick's in the theaters and you're like, yeah, what the fuck is that thing called? I don't know. Who cares?
I fell off He-Man.
Yeah, I'm not even going to make any attempt to go see Mando. Even when it comes on streaming, I just don't care.
No,
which one? Right.
Mando.
Oh,
I just don't care. Yeah.
And Supergirl's it'll be the next one.
That, I think, that might be the nail in the coffin for the James Gunniverse.
Did you see the drink cups?
No. Oh, for fuck's sake.
The fleshlight for the cape?
Yep. Oh.
It does. Looks like a fleshlight with a cape.
I'm trying to find.
Well, I mean, Millie Alcock's pretty easy on the eyes.
It's a botched circumcision.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's just.
Here we go.
You know, they could have leaned into it if it looks like a fleshlight. Her name is Alcock. They could have leaned into it for marketing purposes, but okay, let's.
Maybe it was a subliminal.
I'm girding my. Oh, for fuck's sake! Yeah. Had you not said like botched, as soon as you said botched circumcision, I was like, but it
Yeah, there you go.
You don't have to pick flesh colored. Like you could have picked bright red and you would be like, yeah, maybe. Like this, okay, this has to be intentional, right? It
Thanks,
has to.
James Gunn.
Well, that's the thing. That's the jacket that she wears because she didn't want her outfit to be too revealing. So she wore this stupid ass jacket over her Supergirl thing. So that's the jacket.
So it looks like a fucking Dylan Mulvaney's dick mid surgery.
Yeah.
I guess. I guess
Like
they
they
split
got-
it open and found Supergirl in the middle. I don't know.
Yeah, and we're like, yeah, we can't go any further. You're gonna have a half dick, half vagina with a scrotum for a head. Sorry.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Actually, to Darth's point, I think Alcock is. I think she's a good-looking girl.
Very much so. No, she's
She just her mouth gets her in trouble.
Yep. She's. I mean, she's not going to be all world like Rachel Zegler or what was that broad from The Acolyte? That was from the Hunger Games. What's that broad's name?
I wouldn't know. I didn't watch it.
It's like Amandla Stenberg.
Oh, that one. Okay, yes.
Amandla. I want
You know
to.
this
I
would
want
be-
to. I want to be like, hey, you know, your parents fucked up your name on the birth certificate, right? There's no L in Amanda. You know that, right?
Mhm.
She couldn't stop running her mouth. Fucking Rachel Zegler's she's talked her way out of Hollywood, which is impressive because they love what she's saying.
Mhm.
But the damage is done.
Yeah, you know there's going to be degenerates trying to stick their dicks in that.
Well,
It's no
to be
worse
fair-
than the Dune popcorn bucket.
Oh, it's way worse. The Dune popcorn bucket at least could function. I mean, this is for beta males with a dick that's got to be small enough to fit in the straw.
What? How do you? What do you?
Tell me I'm wrong.
Well, I guess you'd have to own it or have it in hand.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm sure the top probably pops off somehow so you can clean it. So
Yeah. Well,
Dishwasher safe.
you either got to have a gargantuan horse dick or you have to have a micro penis
right.
for the straw.
Correct.
slot.
Yeah. Either the
Straw.
top off or top on. And I'm okay. What guy wants to fuck a penis though? That's what I'm saying. Like, well, it is Pride Month, so
There you go. And then,
We got 15 more days.
you know, at least the Dune, the Fleshlight Dune popcorn bucket, like they had to have known. And it's like, hey, yeah, you know, we're taking all comers here. Actually, that I should have phrased that differently.
You're
But-
hitting 1,000 tonight.
Yeah, fuck, right? But yeah, okay, so and no girl's gonna look at that and be like, some malformed wiener. That I want that. And no guy's gonna want to fuck a malformed wiener. Like, I want that. Again, Millie Alcock, sure, she's attractive. Her scrotum coat, like South Park, no.
But you know you're gonna get like those girls that are just delirious that are gonna be holding it in a picture, or then you're gonna get the ones that think they're big influencers, like
Yeah,
"That's
nice
what I got,
dick."
fellas, ladies.
Like,
yeah, they're going to be the ones to look at it and just be too stupid to realize what it looks like.
Yeah, exactly.
oh, million fucking. They have to. My wife and Amy and I've talked about this so many times. When you watch like a car commercial or like, you know, a commercial for medication for curing, you know, persistent toe fungus or something, and it shows them at a jazz festival, and they're like eating tacos, and it's like, what the fuck does any of that have to do with curing toe fungus? Like, who sat in a room? So some ad agency cooked up this ad or the popcorn bucket or drink cup or whatever, and they play it and they're like, what do you think? And some dickhead stands up and is like,
Yep.
Mhm.
not one person's like, it looks like a fucking dick, right? Like a really bad circumcision, like Sal was saying. Like, there isn't one person that has the courage to be like, this, we're going to get fucking ridiculed for this.
Well,
No,
James Gunn
because
is
they
running
want to
it,
keep
so
their
it's
job.
okay. His
Is
wife
the
is probably like, I
integrity-
love it.
Is it really just so sycophantic yes men that there isn't a single person to just like, I don't know, I'm
No
going
pun
to
intended,
lose
but
my
yes.
job. But I want you guys to remember when people go, hey, you like your dick cup? And they go, you like, remember me? No, I guess apparently not. Apparently integrity takes a back seat to dick cups.
Imagine the poor person
Yes.
that spills soda down the side of it. Like, oh shit, I got clicking it off.
Fuck's sakes.
Oh, I cut my hand on the plastic and it's blood all over
I
it.
can go you one better. Can you imagine if they're drinking milk out of it and spill it down their hand?
Well, I was
God.
gonna say, heaven forbid if they get that fucking Mexican dishwater or chada and they're drinking it and it like dribbles and it's running down and you know.
Oh God, I spilled my McFlurry. Oh God.
Yeah.
Okay.
See,
Okay, here's the picture I'm waiting for. Somebody's sitting there in the theater, and it's one of the older theaters that doesn't have the cup holders, if those still exist, and they plopped it right between their legs, because that's what you do with your drink normally. If you don't have a cup holder, and it's just sitting right here, and you're like,
I would purposely turn it so the flesh side is out.
you sure?
Yeah. Just, I mean, if you're
Oh,
going to
yeah.
do it right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
That's
it's
a good
just
point.
it looks like somebody got their dick caught in a weed whacker. That's what it looks like.
You know what's funny? It's that, it's a good point you bring up, sitting it between your legs, because a lot of these cups, these specialty release cups that they do at
So
theaters,
big they don't fit.
they don't fit
Mhm.
in.
Right.
I had to hold my jaws one between my legs because
Really?
it was the buoy.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I guarantee we're going to get pictures of people with this flayed wiener sitting between their legs.
Maybe if it was the normal body shape, it would fit. But now that it's wrinkled like a 90-year-old, it's probably gonna,
Maybe we should buy Beardo one.
I think Beardo's probably got them on pre-order.
That's the exclusive. It's the official cup of Bro Island.
And the funny thing is, he probably doesn't even know. That's the coolest cup I've ever seen. I don't know why I love it, but I love it.
We'll find out
There you
tomorrow
go.
on TNME for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Is the veining really necessary in the cape? Like, why is there veining in it?
Those are wrinkles.
You're really gonna make
from
me
where
bring it
she
back up.
moved. Come
No,
on
no,
now.
don't. Please, God, no. I just like it looked like it was. Yeah.
Do it again. Do it again.
No, you
Bro
asked.
Island.
I can't believe I'm going to say this. Can you have Mego's cheetah ready to go to cleanse this?
Oh, the cheetah's waiting. He's on standby.
Okay, good.
I think the cheetah stays
you,
there
Megan.
on our streams.
Whatever you want to call it.
That's called textured grip, according to John.
Holy shit! It is veiny.
That's what I'm saying. It's veiny.
You know that some designer did that shit to be sarcastic. And they're
It's
like,
like
oh,
the
yeah, that's
Disney
a great
people in
cup.
the
And
90s.
didn't even catch it, you know?
God,
Look
I
at it.
couldn't. If I took silly putty to try and draw, like mold a dick on an outside of a cup, I couldn't do as good a job. God.
Wow.
Ugh.
Look at those veins.
All right. Well,
Popping.
all cock indeed.
Yeah.
Mego says it gets worse the more you look at it.
And it's funny because the cup is blue. Like you take the blue pill to make it. Never mind.
That's what I'm saying. The veining
I
is
cut
what puts
myself
it over the
disappear
top.
there.
Like there is the wrinkles. Okay, capes wrinkle, fine, but the veining, there's just no way around that.
That's what I'm saying. I swear to God, and I swear it was probably a Supergirl fan who had to design this, and he was pissed off over it. So he did this to be sarcastic because of that stupid jacket that she wore for the whole movie. And he did this to be sarcastic, and they didn't fucking catch it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and everybody's so terrified to say, you know, it looks like a flayed dick, right? To that, like you said, they want to keep their job. They want to keep their job, so they say nothing.
And he's sitting there laughing because they put that shit on the market.
Plus, they went flesh colored. Yes, Makara, flesh colored indeed. Veiny.
Well, show off the veins, you know.
God,
The reactions are hilarious on Twitter.
Well, you know, it's got a contrast with the red and the blue
yeah, like
to show
like,
that it's a quote unquote jacket.
And it really is folding back like you're at a bris.
yeah.
You know, it's bad. It's bad when the beast is asking for the cheetah.
Well, maybe that's what they were going for. They were trying to court the Jewish audience.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Amber says jacket off.
Fuck, man, that's bad. Okay, so yeah, no.
All right.
Those are the cups that are going to be there in. So, like, okay, so the Masters of the Universe, forget the movie, the sword cups, the Castle Grayskull, all that shit was like gone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
The failed circumcision dick cups. Oh, thank God.
Yeah, these cups are going to be in the Ollie's 99-cent bin for years to come.
I think that's a guarantee. Yeah.
Get a good
I
look.
don't know if there's enough cheetah for that cup.
Even the cheetah, look at the cheetah's eyes. It's just like, what the
Cheetah's like, whatever, man.
Leave me out of this.
Nature's Majesty. And then a cheetah. God, I still... Okay, so real talk. James Gunn, after this just implodes, do they keep him on or do they do a retooling? God, they're... No, rephrasing. Do they reevaluate?
I think they've already reevaluated.
Do you think that decision's been made post Superman, or or are they going to wait for Lanterns to see what that does? Like,
Paramount doesn't want to lose money.
no, especially with the merger, they're going to be counting every fucking dime. I don't think Ellison's going to. Well, I mean, not that he doesn't deal with day to day, but I don't think they're going to put up with a bad quarterly statement. And if they're just laying turds left and right, I don't think, unlike Disney, I don't think Paramount, well, but they put out Starfleet Academy. I don't know, man. Maybe they do.
I think, hear me out, they're going to wait for the product to be finished.
You think so?
This is a bomb already. You can't do anything about it. It's too far down the rabbit hole. Man of Tomorrow is next year, right? Or into this year?
No, next year, I believe, right?
Oh, okay, never mind then.
I think, isn't it?
Oh, no, that helps my argument. So if it is next year, I think they're going to say, let's see what this finished product is. And if it's not up to our standards, we're going to give you this much amount of money, no dollar more. And you have to fucking fix it.
Oh.
Because nobody's going to buy this. And if you don't, we're shelving it. You're done.
Yeah. You don't think they'll pay? Well, okay. Here's the other scenario I see. Supergirl bombs. Lanterns brings nobody to HBO Max, Paramount Plus, or wherever the fuck they're going to dump that thing.
I have no interest.
Where's it scheduled to go right now? Is it Max or is it Paramount?
Yeah, HBO.
Yeah, okay, that's what I figured. I thought I know that the merger's imminent, and
June, I believe.
Who the fuck knows what's going to happen with that? My guess is they'll try and keep them separate for as long as they can. HBO certainly gets better numbers than Paramount, other than last night. I know they had record signups for the fight last night. I think they get through it, like you're saying, Spydyr, and I could see him paying him fuck off money. And as bad as Marvel is, let's put these together. If Avengers bombs, and when I say bomb, look, Doomsday's going to make $1 billion. But that movie
Mhm.
needs to make $2 billion probably to
Right.
be successful. I don't think it's going to
Profitable.
get there. I don't think it's going to get there. Do you guys think Doomsday
I
is
don't
going to
think
get
that's
there?
going to get there.
I don't either. I think
And just
Doomsday.
to answer your point, August 16th is when Lanterns comes out. So 2 months exactly.
Okay, so 2 months from today. So, and then Man of Tomorrow is next year, correct?
Yeah, that's the next one I'm getting.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
who cares about Clayface? Nobody wants
Yeah.
a Batman villain. The only villain that works with is Joker, and they've done it. Okay. Nobody wants a third tier Batman villain without Batman in it.
I mean, Clayface is fine in relation to Batman, but nobody wants to see the story of Clayface. It's very superficial. No pun intended. That's kind of his shtick.
That has nothing to do with the Batman that's also happening. Batman
No.
2, excuse me.
You're talking about what's the
Robert
director's name?
Pattinson.
Matt Reeves.
Yeah.
Yeah. The fact that's the other thing, man. How
Next summer
directionless
it's Man of
are
Tomorrow.
you? Yeah, well, and I mean, I guess they could try and do the multiverse thing again, like because that worked so well with the Flash, and Flashpoint, or their attempt at Flashpoint. I could see a universe where these things do not pull in what Warner's is thinking, and Doomsday. I think Doomsday is going to do 1.3-ish billion. And I
People
think
are going
that's
to go for nostalgic.
100% for the first
You're going to
2
want to see
weeks.
the X-Men.
For the first 2 weeks, maybe 3. So you're going to have a 250 plus opening,
Mm-hmm.
155, 175 second weekend domestically. So that's putting you at what, right around 450.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're going to have maybe an 85 million, maybe 65 to 80 million third weekend. That puts you at 5 something. And then I think it falls off a fucking cliff. And that's best case scenario. And then the rest of the world's going to make, is usually what, 1.25 of what domestic is cumulative on the big releases. So that would be 6. So that would be 7. So yeah, about 1.3 billion, 1.3, 1.4.
Okay.
That's not going to get it done. They need to, this thing's what, $500 million. They're not admitting it, but it's what, $500 million. I think they said 500 million is what they're thinking.
Right, but is
Just for this one.
it $500 million over both movies?
That's what I'm hearing. So I guess you could cut that in half, but okay. But then with marketing, so they need to do 2 billion on those Avengers flicks for it to. If it doesn't, I can see a universe where they tell James Gunn, hey, because the one constant, and again, this is Hollywood math, they take the wrong fucking, they see the math and they take the wrong conclusion from it. But all of the Guardians films made money, and he made money for them. I could see him bombing at DC, and then this will be his, third return or second return to Marvel. I could see him going back to Marvel when DC cuts him loose, when Avengers shits the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Help me understand this logic. So, Infinity War, great. Endgame, I know. I liked it for what they built up to and the story they had to work with. Obviously, there was going to be plot holes. They did what they could with tying that story together, with the time travel and everything. It's hard to do. I understand.
Yeah, I think Endgame's like a 6 or 7 out of 10.
And they did, to me, it's fine with what they did, how they ended it. I was good with that. With everything they throw into that from the built-up previous 10, 11, 12 years, whatever it is. Now you're doing Doomsday, which is taking all those characters and their backstories, you're putting that into it. You're flipping some on top of their heads. You're bringing in the Fox movie universe people for superheroes. So those, you're doubling up on that. You're bringing in new heroes. And with a story that barely got by, it got by just moderately with Endgame. How do you think you could get a story to get by with Doomsday and make that work? I don't understand that.
This is their opportunity for a hard reset. That's what Doomsday and Secret Wars is and supposed to be. The problem is, from what we've been hearing, is that they're not doing a hard reset. They're doing a soft reset and keeping shit that has failed. Which is about what you do is you have Doom come in even as fucking RDJ and you fucking wipe the slate clean. And it's a hard fucking reset and you start over. But
yeah. I agree with Beast 100%. They're doing a soft reboot because the reason they can't do a hard reboot, Spydyr, is because they got to dangle nostalgia keys.
Right.
They have to.
Because that's it. Anything now.
Yep. And the problem is, like Beast was saying, is no, they need to do a hard reset. The part that's really infuriating is they have this hard reset written into the lore, into the comics already with the Decimation storyline. And anybody who's read that story, did you guys read that storyline?
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming chat, you guys, anybody in chat, did you guys read Decimation? Was that after House of M, I think? Scarlet Witch. And here's the problem. They kind of already blew their wad with WandaVision. So
right.
In the comics, she has sort of the comic book equivalent of a psychotic break. And Wanda Maximoff, you got to remember, she's the Fox in the comics. It's like the Fox variant where Quicksilver and her are Magneto's kids. They're not the byproduct of messing around with Infinity Stone and experimenting with it. That's not how it's different. So Wanda has a psychotic break, and because of her psychic and witch powers, she literally creates this alternate reality where there's almost no mutants or superheroes at all. And they're like, okay, well, some people remember, okay, well, wait a minute, this universe is wrong. It's not supposed to be this way. But it's a very sharp schism. So again, you had the hard reset there ready to go if you wanted to do it. But that would take time. It would take multiple films. You'd have to start with Wanda and a couple of people and essentially build them back from scratch, because most of the people don't know. They're just leading normal lives and they don't know they're superheroes because they don't have powers or anything. And then slowly but surely, they sort of have to reassemble the Avengers, reassemble the X-Men, get these people back to where they need to be. And but it would take multiple movies to do that, and they don't have the luxury to wait because they've completely fucked the dog on Phase 4. And what are we in, Phase 5 now, or does anybody even? Okay, what the fuck? They're in the same, which is it's ludicrous that Marvel's in the same boat that DC is in, where they're trying to rush everything without laying any of the groundwork. It's not going to end well. It's going to end poorly. It's going to be incomprehensible to normies. It's not going to make any fucking sense. I mean, yeah, you'll get the nostalgia bait like we talked about for the first couple of weeks, and then it's going to fall off a fucking cliff. And you're not going to get repeat viewings because people are going to go, what the fuck is this?
And people are going to search and leak things online for what they want to see anyway.
100%.
So for the people who want to see the X-Men, they're not going to want to sit in a 3-hour movie. They're going to search what people leak online and be like, okay, I'm satisfied. Me one.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think again, Disney keeps trying to, like Beast was saying, they need to do a hard reset. They're trying to thread the needle with a soft reset, and to me, it's high risk, low reward versus low risk, high reward if you do a hard reset. But, well, I say low risk. You need to expend a significant amount of capital. But if you make one or two more grounded movies to bring the X-Men in, like do a Wolverine flick or a Cyclops, like something.
Ground
Bring
the
the
shit
X-Men.
out of them.
Just bring them in one at a time or two at a time over 3 or 4 or 5 flicks, and tie it together, kind of like you guys remember the common thread in the Avengers movies was Phil Coulson, right? He was the
Right, yeah.
glue. Like, do that, but they can't afford to wait because.
And it's going to be the X team anyway.
Sorry, not the X-Men, the X people or X team or X.
I genuinely believe. I think they said it's going to be X team.
Okay, that right there.
You're cutting out. People.
Darren. Okay, I need to revise my previous statement. If they do that, you can shave $200 million off of the fucking total.
So you're at $1 billion now, right?
1.1, 1.2. Yeah. Because people like me, now, if I know you're doing that, I'm just because you're pissing me off, I'm not going to give you a fucking dime. I can sail the high seas now.
Also, for merchandising, how do you buy all this stuff for kids? Because you got to buy what other phases, like you said, they phased it out, no pun intended, where you bought your Iron Man, then you got your Captain America, et cetera, and so on until the Avengers. Now you're getting all your eggs in one basket. And parents are going to be like, yeah, I'll buy you your whole X-Men set. I'll buy you all the new Captain Americas and this and that. It's just unrealistic.
Rebranding X-Men is that's like changing the name of Spider-Man. You're trying to upend 80 plus years of tradition that people know. That's like that's like changing the name of Star. Like it's not. We don't like the name War because it implies violence. We're gonna say
Star Conflict.
Yeah, Star Battle, because we don't like war. Sounds bad. Like they'd shoot you in the face. Like it's suicide for that is a signal to everybody that they still have not learned their fucking lesson, and that they're still going whole hog on the woke DEI bullshit, and everybody knows that's the reason why. Normies, what you're going to put off normies. I hate putting people down, but people. Let's be. Tommy Lee Jones said it best in Men in Black. A person is smart. People are dumb, stupid, panicky animals. And they are. So normies are going to go, well, I thought the X-Men were in this. Oh, they're the X team. Well, why? That doesn't make sense. They can't put 2 and 2 together to divine, hey, because they're trying to socially engineer you via the entertainment complex, you fucking retard. But whatever, go ahead and see the movie. But when the movie's shit and it's incomprehensible, they're going to go, yeah, and they changed the name to X Team. I don't know why, but it doesn't make sense. Everything's surface deep with normies. So you're going to turn them off. You're going to turn the hardcore people off. And then what? You're going to do exactly that you did to Star Wars. You turn off the normies because you've deviated so far and it's convoluted and you got to have all these, you got to watch all these streaming shows to keep up and blah, blah, blah. Nobody wants homework and nobody.
Right.
You can't just dangle keys and expect people to show up. It just doesn't work that way. For as much as people are stupid, they actually do have most normies do have a couple of neurons to rub together. And at the end of the day, they just want to have a good time with stuff that they know. Because people.
And the fatigue is set in.
I would say the fatigue is very much set in. Especially with superhero movies.
Yeah. It didn't help what's his name said a couple of weeks ago, Robert Downey Jr. going after influencers and stuff like that. It's not a big percentage, but
no, but okay. So RDJ, he's trying. Here's the problem. He has forgotten. He is literally on the Batman arc. He was at the very bottom, clawed his way out of the pit. He trained. He met Ra's al Ghul. He trained. He defeated his demons, as it were, and was talking truth, and is now sort of living that. And I don't know if it's his agents or what, but if you listen to the comments he made around making Iron Man and that stuff, and how gracious and gregarious he was, the 2008 Robert Downey Jr. would look at 2026 Robert Downey Jr. and be like, dude, you don't need a fucking fleet of trailers. You don't need a private jet. What the fuck are you doing? You were in prison a year ago, man. The fuck are you doing? But he's forgotten that. So he has lived long enough to see himself become the villain, I would say, again. And it's sad because I think he seems like a pretty genuine good guy when he's not being twisted by Hollywood's evil, man. It's bad. There are a few guys. If you can't stand on principle in Hollywood, you're going to get eaten alive. I mean, he went up on stage and went to bat for fucking Mel Gibson. Like that takes guts. That takes balls. And to see him stumping for Kamala Harris and talking about how, they're a problem and they're stupid. And it's like, are you just a rudderless fucking parrot anymore? That's kind of the read I get. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah. I think he's just jaded from the whole thing, and he's just phoning it in, collecting a paycheck at this point.
Just get his bag and bounce.
I don't think it has any. I think Hollywood has a good portion to do with it, for sure, and it's how it's warped or it's lost its glamour over the past 5 to 10 years because of what happened.
Sure.
He may be bitter because he's felt he's been lied to. Who knows? It can go down so many different avenues.
Yeah. Yeah. If we're being charitable, I could see that. Yeah. The one thing we haven't touched on here, Spydyr, do you think? Yes, 100%. And that's why he went to bat for him, Makara. He 100%. Yeah. He went to bat.
This is another good point, because they'll blacklist him in a heartbeat.
Yeah, you know what, Makara? I think you're that hits the nail right on the head. He does not. He's been on the outside. He grew up on the inside, got kicked out, is back on good graces, and he is desperate to hang on to it. I would bet. Yeah,
but again, he's got so much money that it doesn't even matter. He can start his own Hollywood now with all the percentages he makes and keeps making off of the Avengers residuals.
Yeah, because he worked for scale and took residuals on most of those flicks.
He said,
and then the later ones. Yep. And then the other ones, I think he took a boatload up front and said, yeah, I'll sign a 6 or 8 picture deal for 70, 85 million or whatever, and give me residuals for the rest. Yeah, he's got a good agent. I'll give him that. I do think that the sort of the superhero movies are antecedent to the ascendancy of the video game flicks. What do you think?
Say it again one more time.
I'm using. I'm not trying to be.
I didn't hear you. What you said.
Oh! I said I think that the decline of superhero flicks is sort of. I think we're seeing that along with the ascendancy of, because again, Hollywood's always looking for the next franchise, IPO, universe, whatever property. I think we're seeing the decline of the superhero flick as an antecedent to the ascendancy of video game adaptations. That's where I think the next money is.
It's one's ships passing in the night. One's going low, and the other one's it's gonna, to an extent, because I think they finally got a good idea on, or a way. I think Mario helped with that, of how to do superhero gaming movies and stuff like that.
Yeah, 100%. I think he did.
Yeah, and they're never going to get Mel Gibson for all his faults. It's just, it's sad, and that's why we just got to keep supporting your backrooms, your obsession. There was another one.
1,000,000%. Yep. Well, and I think we're going to see. No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I think we're going to see more and more of that, and that's where I think a lot of it's going. is more of the YouTuber independent films. Not that you haven't seen that stuff before. We talked about was it us that was talking about? Maybe it was Giles and I. Like Josh Trank with Chronicle, and then how they gave him the keys to the kingdom with Fan Four Stick, and how that turned. That's the bad example. The good example is
until the right moment hits.
Sure. I guess a good example would be Colin Trevorrow, and what he's done. Or Gareth Edwards. Guys that were started out as indie and then.
Gareth Edwards, Alex Garland, guys.
Alex Garland, great example. Yeah. And for every one, for every couple of those, there's a Josh Trank or who was the guy that did Boondock Saints? He damn near went fucking crazy.
Oh, yeah, I know. I see his face. I don't know. I don't remember. I'll look it up.
You know him? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
That he pretty much invested everything he had into that.
Yep. So I don't know, man. I can see it going. I think the indie flicks.
Troy Duffy.
Troy Duffy. Thank you very much. Yep, I could see that. Being. I think that is the way it's going to go, actually.
But even, Makara's here in the chat, and she can attest to it too. There's so much that she introduced me to it. The Tubi platform, where there's so many independent movies and lower end on there. Not lower end, but independent, great entertainment flicks, hour and a half movies that are there that people are making that just fall by the wayside because of we're so stuck in this Hollywood, this mindset that it has to be Hollywood. And I hate it.
Exactly. Like I just got here. I didn't hear half what you said.
I had so much fun watching this movie. Yeah, some of them were stupid, or it had its faults here and there. It was like I had fun in the end. In the end, I just want entertainment.
What are y'all talking about? What is the topic? Sorry.
Well, we were talking about the difference between Doomsday and how the superhero flick, big blockbuster, the high risk, high reward versus and I was saying I think that those are I think they've kind of ran their course and we're seeing the video game stuff come in, but in that same vein with like video games is the YouTuber movies like Backrooms or Obsession. There's definitely those are just knocking it out of the park.
Right.
Keep them coming.
I think so. Well,
and the good thing is,
I don't want them to get poisoned by Hollywood though. That's my issue is where, like how Graham. I know Graham said it earlier. Hollywood learns all the wrong lessons. So you're gonna take these fucking influencers and these ideas, right? And you're gonna pump them full of fucking cash, more money than these people have ever fucking seen, but it's gonna come with the fucking tick boxes and the fucking DIE and the fucking powerful female bullshit and all this fucking shit that has been poisoning your fucking garden for fucking years now, right? Now, and you surprised you cannot fucking eat because your garden is fucking dead, right? But you've been fucking watering your garden with fucking soda, like Idiocracy, right? The whole fucking with just fucking poison for years and surprised you kind of grow nothing. And then you get
it's got electrolytes though, Beast. It's Brawndo. It's got electrolytes.
That is my concern.
I think he cut out there.
My bad.
No, keep going, man. Keep going.
No, yeah, like that's my whole fucking thing, man. Like,
the thing is,
I don't know how to fix it. Yeah, like that's my concern. Like, and you just fucking hell, man. Just let the creatives create, right? Keep fucking. You got to keep them in line. Like we know, like with George Lucas and stuff. That you got to have people that keep them in line, but it's not to where you fucking stifle them. and you stifle the creativity. It's not to where you try to interject X, Y, and Z fucking alphabet mafia bullshit or whatnot. It's just let them fucking create. Let these independent fucking creators like the Backrooms, like the Obsessions, like that come
Let them
out
do their
and
thing.
give them the opportunity. If Hollywood, this is it, right? If Hollywood wants to fucking succeed, provide them the opportunity. Yeah, without all the fucking strings, without all the fucking checkboxes, help them cut through the red tape that is normally there for indie creators to get onto big stages.
Mhm.
If that's what you want to fucking, if you want to succeed, that's exactly what the fuck you do.
I mean, it worked in the early 70s, given all the 5 big directors their starts and everything. Like, you know what? Here's a new direction. We believe in you. Go at it. And they started indie, and then they some of the biggest movies ever made now are from that time period because of how they, like you just said, they should be doing is giving them a little leash and taking the chances. And the good thing is these independent studios are taking the chances on the what do you call it, the Obsessions, the Backrooms, and all that. And they're saying, you know what, it probably we're going to take the chance because it'll make me money. I think Blumhouse is the one that will
Yes.
buy up anything, and they'll just put it out there. But even though 5 will be bad, that one that's good will make all that money back.
Yeah, Blumhouse and A24, and you took the words right out of my mouth. One of the things I was going to say is horror has been sort of the stalwart with Blumhouse, their horror specifically, but A24 also. They focused a lot on the horror genre, and both of those houses have really, they've hit more than they've missed. And that's something that I think is really missing from Hollywood. Think about, Sally, you mentioned the 70s and like Sergio Leone, some of the European directors.
That's another one.
Yeah. Think about late 80s, 90s with Luc Besson, and his films were not terribly big budget. I mean, Fifth Element was huge for him at the time. Even domestically, like think about like again, I guess Richard Donner did Superman, and that was huge. But even some of his lower end flicks, you don't have those. I feel like you don't have those mid-budget films anymore that overperform. Everything is 250 million plus or 25 million. And there's not much.
You hit it right on the head. You said Sergio Leone. He was in Italy doing the spaghetti westerns, not a big budget. And then you had also French New Wave and Italian New Wave, which was all low budget. And
blowing, I mean, that movie, if you've seen that
things
one,
out of the water. And then Hollywood, once the guard switch over, is like, we need this. So then you get your Scorsese's, Lucas, William Friedkin's, Spielberg, all those guys come in. It's like, we know what it needs to be. We know what the people want. Go do your thing.
Yeah, the new Hollywood guys.
Yep.
Yeah, and they were born out in that late 70s. Yeah.
Brian De Palma.
Yeah, I was just gonna say De Palma's in that group. That new Hollywood movement. I mean, those guys.
They're all friends too.
Yes, and that's the other thing. It's sort of like, if we want to, well, there's allegories we can go with. Okay, look at the Inklings in Britain. All of those, whether it's C.S. Lewis or J.R. Tolkien. Mm-hmm. These guys, they're all buddies with each other, and they're all, working collaboratively. And they would get together once, I try to once a week or two at the pub and have beers and talk about, hey, we're theology and politics and philology and philosophy and all of these really heady, weighty. It's all about, we're all having the same human experience here. I mean, everybody's experience is different, but we're all sharing the struggle together. And it's so top down anymore, not bottom up. And I think the YouTuber and the independent films is by definition bottom up. And if there's a studio, and again, right now it's Blumhouse A24, they're seeing it in the horror genre. Great, cool. Okay, here, let me ask you something. If Zelda does a banger, and I know it's a video game, but it's also a high fantasy, does that reignite the fantasy genre? Because do they look at Rings of Power and some of the and say, yeah, there's no appetite for it because you still haven't adapted. No. You still haven't adapted David Eddings' Belgariad. You still haven't adapted the Dragon Riders of Pern. You still haven't adapted Terry Brooks. Or maybe they did and it was terrible. I can't remember. There's a lot of fantasy that you haven't adapted yet.
Aragon, we haven't gotten a proper Aragon yet.
Well, we got that one in 2001 or whatever that was really not good.
The Dragon Bone chair, which George R. R. Martin took a lot of the influence from. Great fucking fantasy novel.
Yes, and again, do it properly. And that's the thing is a lot of these fantasy series, they start small, so you could do small. Okay, like the Wachowskis did with The Matrix. You start small with this. Okay, we've got a $35-40 million budget movie. We have ideas for what we want to do in the future. Studio says, yeah, we'll take a flyer on it. Okay, Lord of the fucking Rings. If for those that don't know, Peter Jackson ran through every single studio, got no's from everybody and he was pitching a low budget, sort of pared down version of Fellowship of the Ring, and hopefully we could do all 3 books, but he's like, if we want, we can just do a pared down version. He gets to New Line. That was his last stop, and they said, we don't see how you could ever do this without doing 3 movies. And he's like, I know, but I know you guys aren't going to sign off on that. And they said, no, like, this needs to be 3 movies. And he's like, wait, what? Like, he was down to the wire. He was trying to sort of pare it down, and they just, thank God they got it. I mean, we were that close to not getting Lord of the Rings, and
Star Wars too.
Same thing. Yeah. You think they didn't print money? They did, you know? Now, I would argue Howard Shore and John Williams had just as much to do with the success of those as the directors, but I digress. But I don't know. I think video games and fantasy are, if they just, it's there for the taking. And I think about where sort of the zeitgeist is when these things take off, and I feel like the tone is right for it. Right now, biopics seems to be the thing in Hollywood. Biopics, and then the superhero. Do we all agree the superhero? It's definitely over the crest and on its way out. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I know sci-fi could be making a resurgence, but like, where are those mid-budget sci-fi? Like, you guys remember Dark City?
Mm-hmm.
Like, where are those mid-budget? I know I said Fifth Element earlier, and that was considered mid-budget. Where are those mid-budget sci-fi flicks that are pretty neat? I know it wasn't awesome, but like Gattaca. I'm thinking that level of mid-grade science fiction. There just isn't much of that. You know, I don't know. Like Minority Report with Spielberg, so obviously everybody went and saw it. But where's
Villeneuve kind of touched on that with his earlier stuff.
Mm-hmm.
With what's a fucking movie? Like Enemy, and there's another one around there. I can't remember. I'm blanking right now.
I don't know. I think there are multiple opportunities for Hollywood, and like he was saying, and I know I said it earlier, and he echoed it. They're going to learn all the wrong reason. They're going to learn all the wrong lessons. But if there is somebody out there that just has half a brain to say, hey, you know, we could do this pretty, you know, on not a shoestring, but well, again, you want to take a YouTuber and do something on a shoestring budget like Backrooms or Obsession, but you know, Blair Witch was the darling of Hollywood for a long time because they made that film for what, $260K, I think is what they spent on that thing.
Yeah.
And it did what, 80 or 100 million?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I think it's out there. The opportunity's out there if they want to do it. It's going to take, I think it's going to take somebody like a David Ellison or some sort of maverick. I'm not saying it's going to be him, but somebody to sort of recognize that potential and say, okay, here's where we need to spend some money. But you have to do that in conjunction with the message. So,
like Aragon, right? Just to bring it back to what we were talking about, adapting fantasy in the books. So
sure.
Aragon starts with just him as the boy in the village. So you can tell the story of him, Rowan. I'm gonna get nailed for this by King for not remembering her name, like Saphira or something. The dragon as an egg and a baby. In the movie that we got, she fucking morphed into a giant. That's not what happened. There is a whole baby dragon adolescence that you can go through. Now, eventually, you get to where you get the bigger dragons and the big battles and all of that, where you're gonna need bigger budgets. But that first movie, to get everyone invested, you don't need a lot of money to do that. You need to tell a good fucking story, but you don't need a lot of movie to get that first movie done.
Say what you will about Game of Thrones, they took that approach and it worked out great.
Yeah.
In fact, I think that's one of the strong points of Game of Thrones is they started small. And again, I know they had books to adapt, but you start small. And yeah, Dany, she's dragons, dragon eggs. Aragon's a perfect example. I still hearken back to David Eddings' The Bulgarian. Did I just hear a smoke detector chirp? Swear I heard one.
That might have been on my end. My bad.
You're killing me, man. Anyway, I think if they want to go high fantasy, the Bulgarians 5 books, Mandalorians 5 books. Do the first book. Do Pawn of Prophecy. Kid on a farm, goes on a small adventure. You could do it for $25-30 million. See if it hits. If it does, cool. Make the next. Do Queen of Sorcery. If that hits, cool. Keep going. Build your way up. If they want, Hollywood wants properties. Okay, I want to know you from both of you guys, because I know you both played it. With video games on the ascendancy here, it appears in Hollywood. Are we gonna get a Mass Effect series?
Oh, I never played. I know of them. I just
Beast. What do you think?
We definitely could. Mass Effect and fucking Elder Scrolls, honestly, but yeah, we definitely could. Definitely.
Yeah, okay. If Zelda hits hard, I could see an Elder Scrolls being like almost a shoe-in. But from a sci-fi standpoint, I mean, to me, Mass Effect makes sense because you don't have to do any of the A&D work for, okay, what does a Solarian look like? What do the humans look like? What do the Taurians look like? You don't need to do any of that. That work's done. What the universe looks like is done. The Reapers, everything. Everybody knows what everything looks like. The Krogan, the design's there. It's done. So all of that work that they have to do, all pre-production, you don't have to do any of that. You just need to make the fucking movie. And I could see them. I mean, to me, that's a slam dunk of an adaptation. But I don't know. I just think that if video games is the thing they're going after, I could see them trying to adapt Call of Duty, which you could never fucking do. Like they'd be like, let's do a Fortnite movie. How the fuck do you do that? Like that doesn't make sense. Even with Mass Effect, I know you choose the story, but the through line is still the same. Reapers want to wipe out organic life. We need to stop them. Okay, there's a through line there. It doesn't really matter how you get to the end as long as you get to the end and the characters are there, because we know what the characters are like. We know how Jack operates. We know Shepard's mentality, even though you're the one making the decisions. We know what Rex is like. We know what everybody, I don't know. To me, that's tailor-made, where they could save a ton of money on the A&D side and just go, okay, we need to convert this. to costumes and CG and start filming. But
Definitely.
same thing with Zelda. I mean, but although Zelda, I think it's a huge miss going live action. I think they should have done animated. What do you think?
I think they what ended on this. We're getting close to the time, and Spider got out of kind. So
Oh yeah.
um, we'll end it on this, but definitely think they should have went animated. I believe, right? I still believe that they're headed towards a Smash Brothers team up with everything that they're doing, Big Nintendo, and it makes no fucking sense not to have Link involved. How
Yeah.
they're gonna do that? You know what I mean? In the live, I mean, I get for fucking a portal or what. I mean, anybody who knows fucking Zelda knows there's portals to other worlds and all this bullshit in the lore, which I guess you could squeeze it, but like you said, it was a mistake going live action. They should have went animated.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely. Most definitely. And on that note, thank you all for coming, Graham. As always, a pleasure, brother, having you on. Blessings to Miss Donna. Hope she's safe. I know she's going through a storm. Hopefully, I'll be back better than ever with this new fucking internet setup I got. We shall see. And, yeah. So let's do these outros, Mr. Graham Robbins. Where can people find you? What you be up to?
Let's see. I'll be back here. What time are we? Wednesday, same time?
7, yeah.
7, yeah.
7? Yeah.
7
So
Eastern.
yeah, 7 Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. We're doing the verses, which will be the Sandlot versus Bad News Bears, baby, and trying to get the wife. I think she's going to be here for that one. We'll see if she can get off work early, but she wants to be here because Sandlot's like one of her favorite films. So yeah, and then Thursday with Giles, he should be back. So yeah, and then next Monday,
Triumphant return.
Yep, back from fucking traveling and hockey.
All right, Mr. Spydyr, what's up with you, man?
Yeah, so we got the showdown for the month on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Be back Thursday for the roundtable, 8 p.m. Eastern, and then back again for the full panel for the Sunday Saloon, 3 p.m. Eastern time.
And that is Father's Day, yeah? Our next
Oh,
Sunday
right, that's
Saloon.
correct. Yes, that is Father's Day.
Oh shit!
I'm pretty sure we have something planned, but only Donna knows because Donna plans everything. In case you guys weren't aware. So hopefully we'll have a better update for you on Wednesday. Yeah. You can catch me over on the X, man. I just did a vid drop, first solo project, music, animations, base images, everything, on my own. Yeah. So really proud of that. Go and check it out. It's pinned on my Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, the Beast 87. Follow Ocean Man Prod 87. That's where I'm gonna start transferring all my artwork to. And that's about it for me, man. Tell the ones you love that you love them. And as always, remain blessed. We're out of here, y'all.